Come and knock on our door. We'll be waiting for you. Where the kisses are hers and his, three's company too. What is up, guys? Beancrew49 here. We are back on the Desolation map. And our 80s fun continues. It's 80s week. Only 80s week on the Desolation map lasts a month, it seems like. So it's more like 80s month. We're standing out front of the Regal Beagle. And if you guys watched yesterday's episode, then you know that the Regal Beagle is based on a show from the 80s called Three's Company. Oh, baby. None of the aesthetics are based on it because they don't actually show the place. They show the inside on this show, but they don't show the outside. So I just made this for my own imagination. I made this yesterday in fast forward motion. It's called the Regal Beagle. All I took was the name, okay? And we're going to be doing some interiors today. I've primed my interior, ready to go. Double skin my walls, as I always do, and as you should too. Always double skin your walls, my friends. It'll change your Minecraft life. Okay, so what I'm going to work on today is I'm going to build a little bar here. I'm going to build some seating areas. I think I already built the bathrooms. Yes, I did. Already went to town on here. And yeah, we're just gonna get some interior work done. You guys can go check out Google Images to see what it looks like. I'm not gonna base it on Google Images. You know, usually I would, but for this one, we're just gonna go with my imagination. I'll use a color scheme. It's a very reddish color scheme, so I'll use the colors, but that's about it, okay? Because, you know, the Regal Beagle is like in the background. Let me tell you about the show, okay? The show, in case you're wondering what this show is about and why I love it so much, is when I was a kid, you know, my mom would sit me in front of the TV while she was cooking dinner. And one of the shows that was always on while she was cooking dinner was Three's Company. It was in syndication. It was in reruns. I mean, this show was from like the early 80s. And, you know, I'm not that old. But they would rerun the show later in the decade, in like the early 90s, late 80s, early 90s. And my mom would sit me down and let me watch it. And which was surprising because she didn't let me watch anything that was remotely close to adults entertainment. But this is a very adult show because the show's premise is Jack is the main character. It's played by John Ritter, and he's living in Santa Monica in an apartment with two hot girls. And the landlord, I mean, this is the 80s. The landlord would never allow this, okay? Never, because he doesn't want a bunch of, 20-somethings, a man and two hot chicks living with each other in his apartment. So, in order to live there, Jack has to pretend that he's gay. It's the 80s, guys. It's a crazy premise, I know. And so, the whole show is predicated upon fooling the landlord while still doing their swinging 20s sort of thing. You know what I mean? This bar is kind of tall. I don't know if that's going to work. So yeah, the storylines were kind of absurd. You know, there's always, he'd have to dress up in drag. I mean, he'd have to do a lot of things to pretend. He had to come on to the landlord and like flirt with him a bunch just to keep up the ruse. It was a crazy show, and I just want to dedicate a lot of the things on the Desolation map to things in my childhood as well. And this is the little shout out, from movies and TV. I wanted to have some things on this map that were basically an homage, and so this is my homage to Three's Company. If you guys remember the Rewind commercial that came out on Friday, I believe it was, the owner and proprietor of the Rewind nightclub, his name was Larry Dallas, and Larry Dallas was the neighbor, the sleazy neighbor on Three's Company. He's always hanging out with Jack, right, the main character, getting into hijinks, but he spent a lot of time over at the Regal Beagle. So that was their local watering hole, you know what I mean? Yeah, they spent a lot of time at the Regal Beagle, so that's what I'm building, a place for Larry Dallas to come and check out while he's not doing the nightclub sort of thing. Okay? You know what I mean. So I'm gonna have a lot of fun with this, I think. It was an 80s theme thing. If you went on Google Images and looked at it, it's super 80s. But I don't think we want to go that retro for the look. Okay, we can't go overly crazy with this 80s theme. I know that I'm going a little bit. All the Bean Builds to Beats are 80s music this week and last week too, and the 80s commercial. I'm going big on the 80s. I'm cashing in on it because I love the 80s. But we can only go so far with it, you know. We're gonna have to call it quits on the 80s eventually. So I'm just enjoying it while I can, guys. I don't know what other 80s themed things I could build. I already got a 70s themed thing. Have you guys seen the 70s themed night bowling alley? We got a lot of themes here. Let's make this a mirror, sort of like in Moe's. Moe's had a mirror behind him, so we'll put a mirror here and see. I don't know. Moe's feels like an 80s bar too. I mean, the Simpsons started in the 80s, didn't they? They've been around for a while. So let's go with white glass. That helps with the mirror look. There we go. Okay, so I wanted to do some kegs here. Let's put ODABs. We always have an ODABs keg in every single bar I make, guys. Without fail, there's an ODABs keg, and that's just to keep with the theme. You know, there's a lot of themes going on around here, and ODABs Brewery is one of the top producers of alcohol. The top producer of beer in the city of Coveton. There's a commercial for that too. If you haven't seen the ODABs commercial, I highly suggest you guys go check out the Fun Miscellaneous playlist. And you guys won't be disappointed with that. I got a lot of commercials for various businesses around the city. And, you know, it's fun. I have a lot of fun with these commercials. I try to make it as funny as I possibly can. You know, I'm not the most, like, funny person. I'm not the funniest person you ever met, okay? I admit that. But I do my best when I make these videos. I want to make you guys laugh. So we got a lot of commercials. And all the commercials are, you know, commercials for the business, but in the post-apocalypse. Does that make sense? You know what I'm saying? Like, they're in the post-apocalypse. Okay, so the commercials are like, just like the 80s commercial, you know, don't let a few monsters ruin your 80s swinging good time. Stuff like that. I mean, you got to go check it out, especially IKEA. I love the IKEA commercial. IKEA is probably my favorite. I don't know. I can't pick a favorite. Gino's Pizzeria commercial is actually really funny, too. And I got a lot of help from Whiskerum on that one. So go check out Gino's. You know me. I love Gino's. I can't pick a favorite commercial. There's just no way. I'm not even gonna talk about this anymore. I can't pick a favorite one. That's like saying, which is your favorite child? I don't know. They're all pretty good, I guess. Okay. You know, I don't have a lot of tables that look like this. Let's see what this looks like. Because if you go on Google Images again, you're gonna see that they got little round tables. Nah. I mean, I could do it that way, but let's just try it this way as well. Let's see what this looks like. I feel like there's too much space here. Let me condense this down a little bit, and I think that'll be better. We'll get more seating in here. That would be good because. Oh, I see what I could do here. Well, let's really scoot it in. Hey, everyone, scoot in. Oh no, I gotta sneeze. Oh, excuse me. I hate when that happens on video. Okay, I could do it that way. That would give me more space for more booths. Yeah, let's do it that way, because these booths are really small in the show. So, oh no! Misclicks galore. I got a new controller, so the misclicks are I don't know. I don't know if they changed the sensitivity of the control stick since I bought my Xbox One back in the day. But it feels different. Like when I play Call of Duty, like my aim is off, and it's because the sticks are like less sensitive, or maybe they're more sensitive. I think they're less sensitive. It's hard to tell really, but something's different about them, and I get a lot of misclicks in Minecraft as a result of that. I don't know. This is kind of too intimate. If you're sitting here, you really want someone to be sitting right there. You're trying to chat up a female or a male if you're a girl, and you got another guy just staring at you. I don't think that would work too well. Let's maybe we could make these tables more like people sitting around them. Perhaps. Let's see, something like that. Maybe. I don't know. I mean, it's just a bar. It's nothing like too complicated, right? I can't believe my mom let me watch that. I mean, and when he wasn't pretending to be gay, Jack was scheming on women. That was his thing. He wanted to get the ladies. So my 6-year-old mind, I can't believe my mom wouldn't even let me watch G.I. Joe. It was too violent. So the fact that she let me watch that was kind of surprising. Okay, what we need some bar stools for the bar flies. We got plenty of bar flies in this bar. This is your local watering hole. This is where everyone, this is like the version of Cheers. You know? Oh, we should build the Cheers bar. I mean, I wasn't a huge Cheers fan. That was before my time. But that's something we could like recreate indoors, is the Cheers bar. That would be a fun interior to do. Because, you know, that whole show, the entire show was filmed like in a bar. I don't know if they ever did a scene outside of a bar. So I could definitely, you know, recreate that inch for inch. And that might be an interesting thing to think about doing. We'll see. I got some more spaces for bars. By the end of this video, I'll show you what my plans are for the bar situation. And you guys have given me a lot of great suggestions, a lot of great ideas for bars to do. And I'm going to look through those and choose one that I really like, because we got space. Actually, let's show you now while we're talking about it. Okay, so we got the Regal Beagle. We're going to put another bar right here. And it's going to be a smaller one, you know, another small bar. We're going to put a dive bar right here, another small one. And then I'm thinking another bar right here on the corner. I wasn't planning to do this originally, but I'm thinking a bunch of smaller bars would make more sense than like 3 large ones. So 4 small ones rather than 3 medium ones. I'm thinking. Okay, so if you did suggest a bar for me to do, I want you guys, I know this is kind of asking a lot, but if you put a suggestion for a bar in a past episode, why don't you put it again in the comment section? That would actually help me a lot. Help me to streamline this whole process and really save time going through my old videos. Okay, because I do want to use one of your ideas from the community at least. Not because I don't have any ideas. I mean, I could think of some ideas myself, but I want to get you guys involved. I love the community aspect of Minecraft, and I want community to be a major part of this channel. And it is a major part of this channel because of things like this. So if you guys would be so kind as to supply your buddy Beancrew with a few more ideas, I will definitely consider using some of them. Or I'm going to consider all of them, but I'm going to use some of them. Right? You see what I'm saying, right? We'll put a little thing here. I don't like to have windows like that go to the floor. It just seems weird to me. Alright, of course, we're not going to apocalypse in here until we're done with the aesthetics. And, you know, everything looks all nice and neat. But I'm going to knock down all these flower pots. Not all of them, but I'm going to make it look like there was a scuffle in here, okay? It wasn't exactly all fun and games at this bar near the end of days. And over here, I think I want to put a door to this other dive bar. So if that's the door, then what could this be? Or maybe this is the door. I don't know. We got to figure that out. I'll leave that until the other dive bar is completed. Okay, what else can we put in here? We got a walkway. Good. We need a jukebox. Where could the jukebox go? That kind of depends what I do with these hallways, I guess. The jukebox could go here, though. Yeah, we can put the jukebox here. That's fine. That's cool, man. And then that'll be the episode. I did work on my crevice a little bit off camera, and I'll show you that in a future episode because we just don't have time today. And I do want to save it for another episode because the crevice is like, let's do it this way. Yeah, let's do it this way. The crevice is like, there we go. Jukebox hero. We can just close this entirely. We don't need that. The crevice is going to be fun. I have a lot more work to do on it, so it's not completed. We may work on that tomorrow. Why not? Why not just work on it tomorrow? That'll be fine. So I'll prepare for the crevice tomorrow. It's getting bigger. I'll give you a little sneak peek. Boop. Ah. Boop. Got more work to do on it. So one of these days, that sign's got to go. I'm going to be so sad. I love seeing that sign. Are you guys watching Beat Builds to Beats? We listened to the 80s last week, so... Don't you forget him. No, it wasn't that song, okay? But it was a good 80s tune. Alright, so let me just finish up this jukebox, and we will call this an episode. Another great episode, Three's Company. If you have the opportunity to watch Three's Company, you know, maybe give it a try. You might like it. I don't know. It's probably dated by this point. It was ahead of its time. Oh, I like that. The only way... Oh, it's not like I'm gonna hide stuff in there. Who knows what I'm gonna hide on? You guys know about it, okay? So keep your mouth shut, alright? We don't need the whole world knowing about that little secret there. Some people will see it, but it'll be so dark in here. You really have to be looking for it. Okay. I got a lot more to do in here. I want to do some aesthetics on the walls because they have a lot of things hanging from the wall and stuff like that. So I definitely want to have like some texture on the some character on these walls here, right? They got stuff hanging. So let's oh man, I hate when this part of the video happens. I'm like, I'm ready to go. All right, I'm gonna do it. I'm ready to go, and I just keep talking and building. I just love to build, guys. All right, guys, that's the Regal Beagle. I'm gonna work more off camera, and next time we step into the Regal Beagle, it'll probably be done, I would say. I might apocalypsize it for you guys on camera. We'll see. But okay, that's gonna be the video for today. Remember to leave your suggestions for what kind of bars you want to see. Remember, they gotta be small. You know, no Planet Hollywoods. Okay, it's a small little dive bar. So put your ideas in the comment section below, and I will pick one of them and build it. Ah, it's gonna be fun. I'm definitely gonna do a biker bar. That's gonna be a biker bar right there. Okay, so that one's kind of spoken for, but it could have a theme if you guys think of a theme. Anyway, that's it for me. I'm gonna leave the video here for today. Leave a like if you enjoyed this. As always, happy Minecrafting. Peace.